Raise your horns high and scream, skull and duck and roll. Chase the fire and dream. Light the fire's Valhalla, watch it burn to the sky. Keep the flames ever burning, let your spirit fly. Light the fires and kick the tires, go with dragon fire. Never stop the fight, keep the fires burning bright. Shadows dance on ancient walls, laughter's echo rings. In the halls of heroes roar, where every legend sings. Through the storm and tempest, fearless we remain. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every flame. Light the fires and kick the tires, go with dragon fire. Never stop the fight, keep the fires burning bright. Show these mornings of mischief, raise your horns high and scream. Skull and tuck and roll, chase the fire and dream. Light the fire Valhalla, watch it burn to the sky. Keep the flames ever burning, let your spirit fly. Light the fires and kick the tires, skull with dragon fire. Never stop the fight, keep the fires burning bright. The storm and tempest, fearless we remain. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every flame. Be great, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. Loki's mornings of mischief, like the fire's Valhalla. Storm and tempest, fearless we remain. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every plane. Be great, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. Loki's mornings of mischief, like the fire's Valhalla.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief's Thirsty Thursday here on YouTube and the Rumbles and Twitter and wherever the hell else I set up for it to go. Odyssey, Kick, wherever the heck it is. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing well and having a good one. Huge congratulations to our friends that are okay in Florida. All right. I heard from Pops this morning. I heard from Loriana Creel last night. I sent a message to Jay, drunk. I heard that he didn't have internet, but he had power last night, like 9 hours ago. So hopefully he still has power. It looks like it weakened right before it hit, and they got a lot of rain, but not as much as they were going to get, not nearly as much, and the storm surge wasn't as bad as they believed it was going to be. So it weakened right before it hit. And there's damage. I know there's damage. I saw the dome, the Devil Ray Dome, the Tampa Bay Dome. They lost their roof on the dome. That looks like it's going to be absolutely positively grueling to fix, but hopefully they can fix it. Over 3 million without power. Been there, done that, bought that t-shirt. Hopefully they get that restored soon. Yeah, the dome is now a bowl. Absolutely. Absolutely, Gary. The dome is now a bowl. But I did hear from Pops early this morning, and he said they're okay. They got through it. Just a lot of rain. It's still raining. And I've heard from a couple other people. So our prayers answered. Thank you. They got through it, and it wasn't nearly as bad as they thought it was going to be. They said, this is going to be the worst storm in 100 years. This is going to be their storm of the century. And they got through it okay. So, thank God for that. I didn't want to do anything too heavy this morning because I didn't know what was going to happen last night. We didn't know. And good morning there to the lady, Arwen Avalon. Good morning. Hi, y'all, she says. Walter Tomascu, the Star Center in Tampa, and Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater. Okay, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I had about an hour when I got up to watch the news before I jumped on here. Oh yeah, there's gonna be crews out there working on that. I guarantee you. Waffle houses were boarded up, dude. The Waffle houses were boarded up. Getting kicked out of the Waffle House because they had every reason to be like, holy crap, let's get out. Let's get everybody out that we can. Things are gonna flood, things are gonna be bad. 15-foot storm surge is huge. That is huge. That's everything's underwater. Everything. So this is much better news, yes. Much better news. Old Gamer 72 Cutlass. Good morning, my friend. Much better news than I was expecting. I think it's much better than everybody was expecting. Sci-Fi Mombi, good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you. Well, yeah, the Waffle Houses won't stay shuttered. Absolutely. They'll have somebody in there doing something. I miss Waffle House and White Castle. I never was into White Castle, but Waffle House definitely. People thought I was crazy. You going to a Waffle House? Hell yeah, going to a Waffle House. What I look like. I used to love going to Waffle House, especially in my 20s, man. That was like the bomb. That's where everybody went after. Some people went to Denny's. Some people went to IHOP. We went to the fucking Waffle House. There's my F-bomb for today. Thank you very much. Eastern Burkholder, what is up in Mississippi? Clear skies, sunny, interesting fact. Lafayette, probably misspelled, tries to find the mouth of the Mississippi River, only instead gets lost on land. His sea crew gets hit by a bad... She hadn't posted the rest of it. So, the Trumps had search and rescue or search and repair crews staying at their hotel. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, he did. And you know what? Anybody that's like, I can't believe DeSantis didn't take a call from Biden. He's like, bitch ain't never called me. Bitch ain't never offered me any help. Why am I going to talk to her? We got our own shit we're dealing with. We got to get in there and we got to deal with the problems at hand. I don't have time for no bull crap, no televised interview. So no, heck no. He's out there doing what he needs to be doing. Anybody who's like, this is the reason why DeSantis is going to sink Florida. No, DeSantis is taking care of his people. He's making sure all the landfills are open, that they've got trucks ready to go to clear up the streets, to clean up what's going on. He was doing his job as a governor. I am sick and tired of this back and forth, mamsy-pamsy, man, baby, blue bullshit. He was like, I'm taking care of business. I will talk to you after all this is over. Exactly the way he should be. Is he like, oh, I get to talk to the vice president. I get to talk to the VP, everybody. No. He's like, I'm out there taking care of business. You want to talk to me? Talk to me after I'm done with my job. Talk to me when I go home and take my galoshes off and I'm finished for the day. Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass has gifted a Loki's Mornings of Mischief membership. And that gift has gotten a Project Cambrian. What is up, brother? Project Cambrian gets a gifted membership from Old Gamer 72 Cutlass. This one is just for you, brother. Welcome to the Viking Horde. Skull! Huge thank you to Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass for that. Heck yeah, handing out memberships. What is up, guys? You guys keep the lights on. You guys keep the freaking lights on. You keep the lights on in the studio. You keep the lights on the streams. Has anybody gotten a message from StreamYard saying, you're guaranteed lifetime billing that you have received a discount for since you started? It's gonna go away. We're gonna take it away. I was like, excuse me? They're like, yeah, you're gonna move from like $400 a year to like $800. No, I'm not. Just go a tier down, folks. If you use StreamYards, if you're in this game, if you're doing your stuff, just move one tier down. You still get the 1080p. You still get everything. They're just doing away with the uber cheap version of StreamYards. Move a spot down. You get everything you're getting now, but they want double the money on the higher package. And what does the higher package give you? You get more seats in the back. You do not get more seats live. You get more seats in the back. I'm sorry. There was somebody that was like, Loki, if you switch over to them, you'll get like 20 spots. You can fit 20 people on. Bitch, I have enough problem dealing with 10 people. You know what having 10 people on your streams like? It's chaotic. It's nuts. It's everybody's talking over everybody. Nobody can wait till somebody else talks. Yada, yada, yada. No. I ain't dealing with that. I ain't got time for that. So, and that's exactly what DeSantis told BP was, I ain't got time for that. Nobody got time for that. My Lord, there's a hurricane, and ain't nobody got time for that. I'm sure BP was like, why are you talking to me that way? Well, you can be like, hey, man, it's Kamala, man. What's going on, man? We're down in Jamaica, man. We're going to vote for the BP to become the big P. You've been playing with the big P. Stop playing with the big P. Do your job. BBP. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's right. God help me. I remember the EBN theory stream. Chaotic. Dude, 10 people. 10 people. Just, oh, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And you want to give me more people? Anyway, you can get like 5 extra people in the back. You can get more record time. You can get 4K recording in the back. You do not get 4K broadcasting. You get 4K recording in the back. And I doubt it's the kind of recording you want. So it's not going to be at 60 frames. Guess what? StreamYards doesn't do that. So I'm pretty sure you're locked into 30 frames per second through StreamYards. You ain't getting more than that. So how do you know that, Loki? Because you can't play 60 frames per second games on here and them come out right. You've got to run them at 30 frames per second. So I was watching a live stream Storm Chaser video, and too many people were in the live chat. It was impossible to keep up with or respond to. I can imagine, because everybody's going nuts. And rightly so. Except for the BP. She needs to chill her tits. Calm your tits, lady. Oh, it was a complete slap in the face that governor, Ron DeSantis. Oh, now you're a Southerner. Yes, I'm a Southerner, Loki. I'm down from the great state. I was down in the great state of Jamaica. And they all talk like this, like they were from Georgia. And we were just, I was calling Ron, and I called him, and I called him, and I called him. And he wouldn't answer. And finally, one of his staff picked up the phone, very rude gentleman, and said, my lordy, there's a fire. Ain't nobody got time for you. And hung up the phone. I couldn't believe it. Well, shit. Quit calling. Leave it alone. Let him do his damn job. Man, people jump on anything. I'm so sick of the politicizing and the bullshit and the... Did you hear the latest from Mark? Mark was like, and judgment will rain down on all the red MAGA people of Florida. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Have a heart. Have a heart. There ain't no time for that. There's no reason to be doing that. My God, you people are nuts. This is what they get. Oh my God. What's up, Pops? Hail to the champions. We are the champions. Pops made it through. Biden talked to DeSantis. The governor has no reason to talk with the second stringer. Yeah. Boom. That's it. It's that simple. It is that simple. Where did our common sense go? Where did our common sense and just the this is bad, this is good go? Because I mean, mala could take like a dump in a car and the press would think it's like the most ingenious thing ever. No president, Bob, has ever taken a dump in a car. No, they haven't. No presidential hopeful has ever taken a dump in a car. But wow, she's got balls to take a dump in a car. No, she's most likely drunk. She is most likely drunk and couldn't find another place to go. Arwen Avalon says Kamala accent changes depending on who she's around. My God, man. I want to tell you something. I want to say this. Let me just say this. No presidential candidate, whether this is being shoved down their throats from people on the other side, whatever. No presidential candidate has ever had so much shit thrown at him than Donald. Period. No one has ever been indicted multiple times and threatened to be jailed and all this bullshit, right? No presidential candidate has ever gone through what we are seeing today. And he's still in the running. If that does not tell you anything, I don't know what can tell you anything. I don't know what can tell you anything. The guy is still there. I canceled StreamYard after the double price hike. Just go down a level. Go down one level. You can go down one level and it's actually cheaper than it was before. Now they're like, you know, you still get your lifetime discount. I'm like, okay, I've had a discount with you guys since the beginning. Why? Because I was one of the first people to use your shit. And I was like, okay. So as long as I keep that yearly thing going, I get a discount. So I'll just go down a tier and it'll be cheaper than it was this year. I think this year was like 400 and change. Next year it'll be like 3 something. You get all the same stuff that you get with the cheaper package that you did with the more expensive package. Ain't no overgrown windstorm going to take out Florida like that, dude. Florida man going to be paddling down the road on air. Did you see that son bitch out there with a Trump flag? He's like, I'm going to go out to this pier in the middle of this shit, hurricane, and put out this Trump flag. Has anybody heard about Lieutenant Dan? Because I haven't been able to find anything about Lieutenant Dan. I was really worried about Lieutenant Dan. If anybody's like, Loki, what the hell are you talking about? Lieutenant Dan's character in Forrest Gump. I understand that. But there's also a dude out in Florida that was like, woo-wee, I'm going to take my boat out in this shit. That they were calling Lieutenant Dan. So, if anybody hears anything, let me know. Please pray for St. Pete. Water main broke, so that mess may cause further evacuations. Lord. Okay, Lieutenant Dan and the boat survived. All right. Okay, thank you very much. Jill, thank you for letting me know that. I was like, this guy is nuts. He's going to ride his boat out in a Category 5 and he's like, woo, with his Trump flag and shit. Lordy, be more careful. Joe Dog's like, what's up? What is up, brother? How are you doing? Good morning. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, look up Lieutenant Dan, Hurricane Milton. I'm sure you'll find it. Because he's like, yeah, I'm going to be going out in the storm and I'm going to ride my boat out. I'll be like Lieutenant Dan. I'll be like, come on, you son of a bitch. Yeah. So. Yes, Eastland Burkholder. I hope everybody has some good weather. Get some sunshine today. Get some sunshine. Jill, I looked when I first got up. So I looked when I first got up I couldn't find him. I didn't see him. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find something. I don't want to get Lieutenant Dan, Florida. Lieutenant Dan refuses to leave boat. Find shelter. Yeah, that was 9 hours ago. Okay. 16 hours ago, he says he's staying. I still can't find anything more. Everything's from like 9 hours ago or more. So, survive hurricane. Ah, there we go. No, that's 8 hours ago. See, that don't help me. I want something like now. Anyway, okay. He said God told him to. Well, I hope he's okay. Absolutely. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. Don't let God tell you to do crazy stuff because that's probably not God. If God was like, Loki, go out and run into traffic, I'd be like, if you were God, you wouldn't be telling me to run up and run into traffic. It's the last thing you do. I guess Lieutenant Dan knew what he was doing, or he got very, very lucky. There is a luck factor, okay? There is a thing where the skinny, tiny adventurer rolls that 20D and is like, yeah. Maybe he just got lucky. Or maybe God felt bad for him that he thought he was talking to God and God intervened. Okay, little guy, you think I'm talking to you. I'm not. God wouldn't tell you to jump in front of traffic. There you go. Maybe that happened. Did anybody ever play the old black and white game where you got to be like a ancient god? Those were so fun. It sucks that they never remastered those. I would have really liked that. It would have been really cool. I can't remember what the hell they're called though. If anybody out there remembers, but they were a black and white game. They were made by the same people that did Fable. Am I right? Same people that did Fable did black and white. Maybe that was the name of the game, black and white. I don't know. I just remember you had a monster, and I had a Godzilla mod where you could raise Godzilla, and that was your monster, and you could do all kinds of stuff. Well, he's all right. That's right. Dumb idea or not, he's alive, and that's a good thing. Oh, it is called Black and White. Okay, Daryl knows. Thank you, brother. Black and White. It was a fun game. It was a fun little game. Obviously, you can't get it to run on current systems now, but yeah. Yeah, it was a fun game. Thank you, Daryl. I was like, what's that made by Black and White? Oh, it was called Black and White. So I'm just glad everybody's okay. Everybody made it. And we have a little lighter show today because of that. I didn't want to go into anything heavy. I didn't want to have a whole bunch of craziness going on. We ended up having craziness going on anyway. Hell, Florida had enough craziness going on for itself. Morning, Punkwaddle. What is up? The little penguin sheriff, Punkwaddle, guys. If you aren't subscribed to Punkwaddle, check him out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, check out this gentleman right here. I do not have a link for you this morning because all my mods are AWOL. So be good, guys. I know we've had some craziness going on, but hope you guys are doing well. Guys, check out Monkey Wrench Storytime. You can click on, I'm pretty sure you can click on his tab and pull up his channel. Check him out. That is the man formerly known as the dwarf, formerly known as Psychodwarf 9. So check him out. He's got a channel and he's coming out with some videos. God takes special care of drunks, fools, and idiots. But since you know better, God might not take special care of you. That is always a possibility. You never know. Me and my monkey drinks on Thirsty Thursday. Skull and tuck and roll, brother. What is up, me and my monkey? Hell yeah, brother. I just know that God's not going to tell you to go throw yourself in front of traffic. God's not going to tell you to jump off of a cliff. God's not going to tell you to go join a cult and go out like, crazy people. God's going to tell you to get along with your fellow man, be a good person, and do what you do. That's what I know. He's not going to tell you to go jump off a cliff. Hand me out. Okay. A Dega Outlaw. Holy crap. Okay. Add as moderator. Done. There you go. Done and done. Yeah, hell yeah. God help. God be helping. He's like, build an ark. I'm sure there's a couple of Floridians who are like, I wonder if we should build an ark. 80 cubits by 60 cubits by 20 cubits. What the hell is a cubit? They were ready. Category 5. Gonna wipe out all kinds of shit. I don't know. Build a cubit. Holy crap. Hell yeah, it's me. Holy crap. Yes. Wrench Monkey Storytime is the dwarf formerly known as Psycho Dwarf 9. Check out his channel. Oh, and there it is. Boom. There we go. Dega Outlaw. Man with the plan. Man with the wrench. Thank you, sir. And yes, I'm having coffee this morning. Because I need the caffeine. I always knew there was potential in you, lad. Up. Hot Rod. Anybody. I'm sure some people don't know. Good morning. What is up, Sundowners Club? What is up, Sean? He says, good morning, Loki. Good morning, man. Good morning. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Everything's going good. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you. We've been hearing from a lot of our friends in Florida today. Holy shit. A cubic is a length of the average man's forearm. Yes, I know. It's a joke. It's an old joke, but what's a cubit? Because that's what they're asking. 60 cubits by 80 cubits by 20 cubits. What's a cubit? The Sabine is usually pretty high, but we haven't had any excessive rain lately. Nice. Stay safe, everybody. Stay safe. And Joe Dog said, I got a Beatles shirt today. Cool. Go Beatles. At least their music. I don't know about the people, but yeah, cubit. 20 cubits. Why, it sound like I said cubic? No. Cubit. 20 cubits by 50 cubits by 80 cubits. Loki, have you read the Son of Satan from Marvel Comics? No, I have not. Nope. I don't read a lot of the new stuff. I'm into Conan. For a little while, I was into the new Transformers and G.I. Joe. I just can't. I can't keep up with that stuff. So I'll go in every once in a while and be like, "Do you have any of these old ones?" And then no. Okay. Rubik cubits. Yeah. Did not work. Oh no, I bet you it didn't. Why do you think? And it's an old thing. It's an old thing. So they called him Mephisto. They called him. They had all kinds of stuff for him back in the day. So yeah, fun times. I'm in the channel name. Dang it. Well, I shall be listening to how well you elucidate while hoodoo out of their failures and shortcomings. Guys, check out Psychodorf. Check out Psychodorf. Have fun. Enjoy. Check out all the channels. Shit, we got Pops. We got so many wonderful people out there kicking ass, taking names, not taking any crap from anybody. Keep it up, guys. Seriously. I know a lot of people get burned out. And I know a lot of people are like, man, should I really do all this? Should I really put all this time into it? Should I really put all this effort into it? It's totally up to you. You get what you put in. It might not be evident day one. Might not be evident week one. Might not be evident month two. Might not be evident the first year. But eventually, hard work pays off. One day I will forgive Hot Rod for getting Optimus killed. Why? Why do you have to forgive him? Technically, you don't. I don't know why the Matrix chose Rodimus, but the character that we get at the end of the movie, the one that rolls up, he's like, Autobots, transform and roll. That Rodimus is not the same Rodimus that's in season 3. Holy shit. Yeah, stop changing your names. Yes, I'll have to remix everything. I sent you a video of our morning surprise video. Holy shit. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Pops is okay. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be fun sharing this. What are you talking about, Loki? Well, it's in my DMs, so all right. He's like, I'm skitterish. I don't like to be skittered. That's nice. Nice. When I lived in Branson, they just walk up to the back door. You couldn't pet them because most likely they had ticks. It was a real bad thing where I lived in Missouri. You'd have like zombie deer because of the ticks. So you couldn't pet them, but they'd just walk right up to your back door and start eating grass, especially in the mornings. They'd be out everywhere. Project Storytime. Wicked Wrench of the East says, I'm here now. You start the show over. Thank you. Thank you, brother. But yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. So glad you guys are okay, Pops. I'm glad all of our Florida friends are okay and you made it through. And see, no one needed to talk to the VP. It's pointless. Absolutely pointless. What's the point? There ain't no point in talking to the VP when you don't even know what's going to happen yet. I can't ask her for help because this shit hadn't happened yet. And if I did, I wouldn't be asking her. I'd be calling the top dog. Why are you going to call the backup? Why are you going to call the backup pinch hitter when you can just call the boss? Don't call the second. Call the first. You got the number for the first. You're calling the first. I swear, everything's got to be political. Everything's got to be publicized. Everything's got to be, it's all this nonsense that we are having to deal with day in and day out. And then we see something like that. And then they wonder why we can relate to these people, but we're not relating to them. You wonder why. Why is it that those people can see eye to eye with this Floridian, but they can't see eye to eye with me? Because maybe the Floridian guy has got his shit together and knows what he's doing and is like, look, I got to take care of my people first. That's my job. There's a reason why I'm governor. You see where 60 Minutes edited and changed Kamala answer to Israel question? Exactly. Covering asses. And it'll be erased. It'll be erased. It'll be like it never happened. Oh, it was always like that. It'll turn into misinformation. Oh, it was always like that. The scene you were seeing before was taken out of context. This is always like that. This is the way they think. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm not talking about one political party. I'm talking about some specific ass people. These are people that do not want anything to change. They want things to stay exactly the same as they are now. Why? Because follow the money. Always, every time it happens, every time any of it happens, follow the money. You think that it is a coincidence that all those shares of Trump's thing got sold the day before someone tried to take a pot shot at him? You think that's a coincidence? Or you think someone was playing some games and figured, well, you know what? This could work out to my benefit. I think someone would be playing some games. But my God, you get shut down and you even mention any of that. Oh, you're a ist and ob and yahtzee. Bitch, we've been called ist and ob and yahtzee for like 7 years for far less shit. Honestly, if you don't vote for this person, you're just a ist and ob and yahtzee. I've been called worse for not going to see a movie. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Show me the money. That's right. Shellback, TJC, show me the money. Look at the money and you'll know exactly what is going on. That's all you've got to do is look at the money. That's it. Reminds me of when my mom calls me zillions of times on the phone when I'm trying to get ready for a road trip with her. I have to say to her, I got to stop talking so I can do stuff. So I got to get going. That's right. Why? And DeSantis knows I'm not even going to bother with that bitch until this is all over. But, sir, she said she needed to talk to you immediately. She had a camera crew there. You tell her to take her camera crew, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up her ass. I am busy. Always, always, always follow the money. That's right. It's all about the money. You could be shown the money, but unfortunately, it's all in Ukraine. Brilliant. For them too, because they can just launder it. Okay, let me tell you exactly what's happening. Number one, BlackRock owns a quarter of Ukraine. A quarter of the fields that produce most of the wheat in that hemisphere. BlackRock owns 25% now. So that's a quarter of their wheat fields are owned by BlackRock. All the restoration will be done by companies under BlackRock. All of that are senators, our House representatives, all the politicians own stock in all this shit. So they're going to be making money. Plus, weapons. Did no one stop to think that the stuff we were giving away that's old? Well, we've got older stock of weapons that's just sitting there not being used. What do you think happens when that goes out the door? They have to get new stuff, right? So how do you think they're paying for the new stuff? They're paying themselves. They're paying themselves. So they're giving money to them, and then they're giving that money back and saying, we need weapons. So the stock they own in all these arms manufacturers, everything that they're constantly talking about need to be removed. No more selling handguns, no more selling rifles, no more selling this or that. It all goes to the same place. So they're paying all these companies that they say they want to put out of business to make them money because they own stock in it. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that works out. If you hate these companies so bad, why are you in bed with them making money with them? Think about if I told you a mob boss or corrupt CEO that they could have a whole country to launder money. Ukraine is like a monster's paradise tax-free. Absolutely. And the rich get richer and the rich keep getting richer. That's right. Absolutely. Project Storytime, we've given so much money over there. As far as I'm concerned, it's my crane now. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da, they're loving it. Or Zelensky's loving it. Da-da-da-da-da, Zelensky's loving it. We'll call it McDowell's. God, rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace to the great McDowell from Coming to America. It sucks when you say, man, Joppy Jopper too, man. Gone. Both of them gone within weeks. The dads from Coming to America. Oh, in a move surprising to none. And we double dealing under the table. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. If you finance both sides, you always win, especially if they have everyone else fighting over the scraps. That is why you can never let them know what the hell's going on. Jester of saying good morning. They don't hate the companies. They hate the citizens. Yes, they hate the citizens with the pew-pews. That's what they hate. They don't hate the companies. They want to keep those companies rolling. Why? Because those companies provide arms to protect them with. Those companies provide arms for the military. Those companies provide a constant revenue stream, constantly rolling around. This is why they used to, and this turned back and bite the Marine Corps in the ass. This is why the Marine Corps used to make its own rifles. They used to make their own rifles in-house. Was why? To keep all the costs down. Because all they have to do is pay for cost. So they used to make all their rifles in-house through the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps would make the rifles and churn them out. That stopped. They got away from that. And they got away from that for a good reason. Those rifles that they'd been making for decades were no longer up to snuff to do what they needed them to do. They needed better. I think it was right after, so there was a training exercise between Navy SEALs and the SAS. SAS absolutely whooped their ass. How? They stayed at range. They stayed at range and took them out at range. A much further range than their sniper rifles could handle. The Marine Corps. That would change because they'd eventually get access to anti-material rifles and big bore battle rifles instead of the 308 they had used forever. Which is, a good gun, but not the kind of gun they needed. They needed something new and badass. And they eventually got something new and badass. But that was a big thing back in the day. Them making their own guns, keep costs down. Now they don't worry about that. They don't worry about that. We'll just put it in the budget. We'll just put all this money away. We'll just do this and we'll just do that. Yada, yada, yada. Where do you think that money comes from? The money comes from us. Where do you think the money that's going over there is coming from? It's coming from us. Where do you think the money for those stupid movies they've been coming out with in Hollywood that absolutely bomb, where do you think they're getting the credit for that? From us, from our tax dollars. This is what they are spending the money on. Our tax dollars are paying for all this shit. Every time some person goes to a clinic that they were supposed to shut down, a lot of them, that kind of clinic, and gets a certain procedure done nobody wants to talk about, where do you think that money comes from? It's not that, they're just doing it for free. No, they're getting paid by the government. They're going, okay, we did one of these today. We need this amount of money, please. Why? Because they're getting state funds. They're getting government funds. They're getting funds to operate. So they're still getting paid. No matter what happens to you, they're getting their money. Always keep the money going. It's like what Vladimir Harkonnen says in Dune. He who controls the spice controls the universe, spider. Well, guess what? Those who control the money control the world. That's the way it is. It's not about who has the biggest stick anymore. It's about who has the most money. Seeing railgun rifle prototypes on YouTube Shorts now. The arms race is alive and well. I remember it was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was watching it was the Marine Corps make it was a railgun that was going to be on a tank. So at least it was close to what they could get as they could get. And what the projectile was it was a steel rod or a tungsten rod that long. And it was in a shell casing. And the launcher would shoot that sumbitch out at hyperspeed. And the shell casing would crack open as it came out of the barrel and split apart. And that rod, that tungsten rod, go through all kinds of shit. And it hurt. It hurt. It's going to rip you in half. It's going to be a doozy. Yep, that device is what low-key is what inspired the fake one for Transformers 2. Yeah. Yeah, the one that, well, there was one on a battleship. So what he said wasn't a lie. They tested a railgun on a battleship, and it completely knocked that battleship offline. So it took out the entire electrical system on the ship. It was something they didn't expect. Why? Because it was a pulse. There was a pulse there that they didn't expect. So it worked, and they shot a hole through like a old junk destroyer, but it took the whole ship offline. I didn't hear anything after that and that was probably when I was in my 20s. So that was probably like 20 years ago. I didn't hear anything till about 5 or 6 years ago when I saw the tank prototype. And then I was like, yeah, y'all kept working on it. You shielded the mechanism, and whatever was there that was knocking everything off, it's not affecting it anymore. Bravo. But it was really quiet there for a while. Biggest problem with railguns is the barrel wear. I can imagine because you're shooting that shit out at hyper velocities. It was a capacitor problem that they needed to overcome. They are fully operational now. Yeah. Craziness. I mean, imagine, okay, so the shells on a ship. Let's talk about the old shells. The shells on the old ship are huge. And that's just the bullet aspect of it. Okay, so the shell is huge. The casing is even bigger. Then you've got the powder ones, okay, where the little shells as tall as a man. You've got the bullet aspect of it that's as tall as a man, and then you shove powder in behind it, and that's what fires that bitch off. Why? Because it'd take a mechanism twice as large to have one with the casing in it that has all that shit in it. You don't want all that just sitting around. So you have the powder. Push the powder in, get that sumbitch ready, fire it. Right? And there's an explosion, and boom, and yada yada. This thing will put a giant ass hole through armor, through whatever you got. It's not stopping. Through your ship. And you can fire more than one. And it's only like that long. Instead of this huge ass shell that's as big as a dude, you've got something that's like that long. And it's just a tungsten rod, but it's moving so fast that when it hits, when it impacts, it's like it just rips everything open. I want to see a handheld. Give me the Mass Effect guns. So anybody who doesn't know, all the sidearms in Mass Effect, the original Mass Effect, had a metal block. So like a metal block that was in the gun. And the way you would get bullets is it would shave a piece of metal off that metal block and basically create a bullet with it. And then woo, the Mass Effect field is just like is just like a railgun, except it's a lot more powerful. So you're shooting a projectile, doesn't matter what the hell it's made out of at that point, at hyperspeed. Way to go. Your designs are great. They just need some reinforcing the Red Skull. Yeah. 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 It was a capacitor problem. Yeah. It was a capacitor problem. They already said that. Okay. Already caught that. I want futuristic ray guns. Is that too much to ask in my lifetime? I want to see some phasers. Am I too much like O'Neill in that day? Do we have phasers? Not in this model, sir. Son of a bitch. Lost opportunity. We need phasers. I want to see ray guns and all kinds of shit. That's what I want to see. Why are we not at the... We're going out into space and we're colonizing, we're doing all this shit. Do y'all remember how just forward looking? This is the difference between yesteryear and today. Okay, let me break this down for you before we get out of here. We got 8 more minutes left. Old sci-fi from the 50s. The year is 1998. We have entered a realm of futuristic discovery. We have created the starship. We have alpha rays and beta rays and ray beams and ray guns, and we have gone out to explore the galaxy as all of mankind has come together to work together for our future good. Right? That's the 50s and the 60s. Today, it's like, you have entered the year of 2039. Everything sucks. Everything's burnt. The planet has become one giant ball of molten plasma where you are the last survivor. Oh my God, enough. Enough. Okay, look, The Walking Dead was good like 15 years ago. It's not anymore. Give it up. Okay? I'm tired of this dystopian dead future where we don't do shit. I am sick and freaking tired of it. I'm sick and freaking tired. The world will be ruined because of this. And you know what it is, most likely? They're going to pull a Star Trek on everybody and go, because of January blah, blah, blah. And this man right here, Orange Man Bad, the entire world went to shit before we could rebuild it. You mean to tell me that because of the Orange Man Bad, we got to utopia? Well, that's not the moral of the lesson. Well, that's the lesson I'm getting out of it. That shit was so bad. And then we got this guy, and suddenly we're in it. That's not what we're saying. Oh, I bet it's not. I bet it's not. But you're too dumb to see that. And too dumb to see that anybody would be like, let's put the dots together. You don't have this guy, you don't get to utopia. That's not what I'm sure it's not. Thanks. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Everything is complete shit, and we need a strong, independent woman to save all of humanity. Help me. Somebody, please, wake me up when this shit is over. I want to wake up and wind up in the future and be like, I slept too long, like Bruce Campbell. That's what I want. Get me out of this shit. I am tired of the dystopian ruined future where nobody ever becomes anybody and everything is bad. Get off of it. Well, as long as you follow this guy, we're just going to keep making shit. Then I hope you don't make any money. Our choice, right? It is, right? It's our choice. Who we follow, who we vote for, who we do this. If you do this, you'll never be accepted and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. If you do this, we're all moving out of the country. Fucking move. It's our call, what we do. It's not your call. It's not his call. It's not her call. It's our call. We decide. We decide what we're going to do. We decide who we're going to follow. We decide what we need to do. Not you, not anybody else. If you do this, you'll never sit in the captain's chair again. Kiss my ass. That simple. Kiss my fat white ass. I am sick and tired of the shaming and the BS and the nonsense, because that's what it all is. Nonsense. Yes, I use the word that's in the title today because it is nonsense. We decide. Yeah, I'll help you pack. I said that yesterday. When I'm helping you pack. I'll help you pack. Bye. What is it going to be next? Jamie Lee Curtis says she will leave the United States. Bye. Oprah Winfrey said she'll move to Maui. Bye. Who else? Who else you got? Who else you got? Green Day says the band, it's shit. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Their first album was called Shit. It's your choice. It's not anybody else's. Don't listen to anybody else. No one can tell you who you need to be, who you need to vote for, who you need to deal with. Not me, not anybody else. You do you. It's that simple. You know, there'll be some people say, well, if you don't vote for this person, you're absolutely blah, 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 blah. You know what? I'm already sick of one side doing it. I don't need the other side doing it to me too. Call me whatever you want to call me. I don't need either side acting like impetuous fucking children because they want to win. We deserve a win. They've been in power too long. Ugh. I'm going to vote for who I think is going to do the best job. That's what I'm back to. You know, I know exactly who's going to do the best job, and it's not BP. Why? Because we've already had 3.5 years of this shit. But that's my call. You make your own damn call. You decide what you want to do. That's your God-given right as Americans. If you are American. If you're not, well, you got to deal with whatever damn system you got. Shit, if you don't like it, obviously our doors are wide fucking open. Just come here. No one's stopping anybody. No one's preventing anybody from entering. So just shit, come here. I love it. I love it when I hear shit like, I had such a problem getting into the country. You can walk over the fucking border. You can just walk over and be like, hey, I'm here. How did you get here? I just drove. I just flew into Mexico and then I rented a car and I just drove over. They didn't stop you? No. Fuck it. Apparently you don't need a passport. You don't need any of that shit. Just drive over. What does it matter? Anybody right now out there that is like, I'm in love from someone from another country, but we have such a hard time seeing each other because blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. No, you don't. No, you don't. Have them fly to Mexico City and drive to America. They will pull up in your front yard, park, and they can stay here forever. Why? Because they're not sending anyone back. They're not doing anything about it. So, my God, just come over and hang. Apparently, no one gives a shit. America needs a Kamala presidency to finally understand why the 19th Amendment should be repealed. Or why we have the Second Amendment in the first fucking place. There's my second F-bomb for today. God bless everybody. I gave the border guards pancakes and chopsticks. And while they were busy trying to eat, I slid across the border. Mars Monkey Max right there. I'm sure you and Snortopoops Cuber are right there because I think he came down from Siberia and then got in through Alaska. I think he used a baby seal, though. I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Well, I talk nonsense because I didn't want to do anything too heavy because of Florida this morning. I just wanted to come in, hang out, talk to you guys, and have a good time. F-bomb. That's right. Shellback. We will be back tomorrow for the weekend review with Arwen and Day Bob. I don't think you'll see me anywhere else today, but if that changes, I will update on the channel page. I do have a update for everybody on the GoFundMe. And you guys, I'll just tell you, I saw the urologist yesterday. There is there's like a problem. I'll just say I got blood. There's blood in places it shouldn't be. So we'll see if maybe, I don't know if that's going to be the entire problem or not. We're going to find out, but I will keep everybody updated. The foot right now is the major thing because it's not healing and it's too swollen. I've been trying to keep my foot up. I've been trying to keep off my foot. I've been on crutches. I absolutely hate crutches. And I've been using crutches because I need to keep all the weight off my foot because I don't want to lose my foot. And they're already talking about, well, we're probably going to have to cut it open and da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, you ain't cutting on my foot because I'm not losing my foot. I'm diabetic. I have neuropathy in my feet. I have blood flow problems in my feet. I'm not losing my damn foot. So we'll see what happens. The GoFundMe is complete. It's still up. That way I can pass on news to everybody. Yes, you can still donate, but I don't know why. So it's complete. It's done. Thank you very much, everybody that shouted it out, that contributed, that did everything. You guys are lifesavers because that's what's I've already spent some of it on tests, x-rays, shit like that. So thank you guys so very much. It's already getting paid for. Yes, I have circulatory problems. You name it, and there's a list of shit. I'm on a list of medicine like that long. It sucks, but I deal with it every day. I take 5 pills in the morning, 3 pills at night, another right before I go to bed. So, yay me, every single day. Guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter, especially our friends down in Florida. And you guys have a great Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for the weekend review. Have a great one, everybody.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.